Hi everyone, I'm heidiroro and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going over my top 10 Morphe brushes. These are the ones that I use on a daily basis, my favorite brushes that I would recommend myself for you to purchase if you've never bought from Morphe. The makeup application is so much easier when I'm using Morphe brushes. So if you want to see my top 10 Morphe brushes, then just keep on watching. Alright, so for my first brush, this is the only one that I'm sad to say is actually discontinued from Morphe, but do not fret. I will explain why I love this brush and some other alternatives. So this is the Morphe S22 brush. It is a powder brush and I love it because it's domed, it's very fluffy, it applies the powder foundation super easily and just flawlessly. It leaves an airbrushed finish with this brush. The reason why I'm really sad that this is discontinued is because I believe this was the line prior to the Elite 2 series. They discontinued the previous line and made a bigger and better Elite series. Because of that, they no longer have this particular brush. But I did do some research online and I saw that the E2 brush, which is the round powder brush, is very similar to this. I saw that the shape was also very similar. It is a powder brush, it's rounded just like this one. So I'm sure if you got the E2 brush, it would be very comparable. The E2 brush is $19.99. You might be like, whoa, 20 bucks for a brush, but it's worth it. And honestly, I've had these brushes for like 2 to 3 years and they are still in such great quality, so definitely recommend. Next is the M439 brush, which is the deluxe buffer brush, and this is my favorite brush to buff out my foundation. What's great about this brush is that even though it is very dense, it has such a smooth and even application to your foundation. Next is the E60 Deluxe Highlighting Fan. This is my go-to highlighter brush. I just feel like it gets the tops of your cheeks so beautifully, and what I like about this is you can go super subtle, just like, you know, that natural like, ooh, you are sun-kissed, yes, type of look, or you can be a disco ball, one or the other. Next is the E4 Angled Contour Brush, and what I like about this is that because it is a tapered head and it's angled, it's the perfect shape for the apples of your cheeks. So I usually use this brush for my blush. So yeah, I definitely would recommend the individual brushes rather than the brushes in the packs. I feel like with the individual brushes, they put a little bit more love, if that makes more sense. This is the only brush I have from the Gold series. This is the Y9 Detailed Contour Brush. This is actually a new find for me. I usually don't contour or bronze up my face with anything so small like this. I think it just fits the hollows of my cheeks beautifully. I love this. So yeah, these 5 are my favorite face brushes. Now let's go on to the eyes. I'm sure you're not surprised when you see this brush. This is the E22 Pointed Blender Brush. What can I say? This is by far probably my favorite brush out of everything here. This is the brush I use every single day. Whether I'm going for a very simple eye look or I'm going for super glam, I always use this for my transition in the crease. Or even if I want just a simple wash of color, I will just get one shadow with this brush, add it to my crease all the way down to my lid, and I'm good to go. The next brush is the M332 brush, which is a fluffy crease brush. This one is a little bit less dense than the other one. It's a lot more fluffier. But what I like about this is it fits right in the socket of your eye. I will usually use this when I'm adding more darker colors, probably like in the outer V, like this is the one I tend to go to. So yeah, these 2 are the brushes, the homies. These are the homies that I use every single day. For my people that want to create the perfect cut crease, you need to get your hands on the Morphe G20. This is a medium oval shadow brush, and what I like about this is it is so dense and it doesn't really have much give, like it won't move around, and it's perfect to just cut that crease if you want something super sharp. Another good thing to use for this is when you want to pack on the eyeshadow. If you have darker eyeshadows or even bright eyeshadows that you want really deep pigmentation with, you want to go for something very dense like this. The fluffier the brush, the more lighter wash of a color you're going to get. The denser it is, the more deeper it's going to be, if that makes sense. This is the E36 and it's a detail crease brush, and this is the brush that I use every day to buff out my lower lash line. If I put eyeliner, I don't like to just leave the eyeliner by itself because a lot of times it's just gonna run down my face. So what I do is I get a similar like color to the eyeliner and just buff it out. It's stiff, it's tapered, and it's perfect for that outer V. You know I love doing that greater than or less than sign on the outer corners, and this is perfect for that as well. The last brush is the M213. This is the smudger brush that I use to highlight the inner corners as well as my brow bone. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 Morphe brushes. I just wanted to give you guys a more in-depth review of what I personally use on a daily basis and what I use on film and why. I will make sure to list down all of the products down in the description box. Please give it a thumbs up, comment down below on what you'd like to see next, and subscribe so you join the family. Thanks for watching. Bye! This is another favorite of mine. This is, obviously these are all favorites.